Hello, everyone. Welcome again to K Podcast. Now we are gonna be talking about this particular, you know, topic today about a woman talking about protection and mostly, literally, directing this topic to Black women in general, and then a man telling, I mean, Tyrese talking about, you know, his ex wife. I think they're already divorced now, and why she's asking for child support. And also a man trying to, lecture women, black women in general, on who to date. And if you're dating outside, you should look out for this and that. And by the way, I want to say this. If you want me to set a date when I could be making podcasts, I could set a date. But normally, since, I do it on my own free time, I normally would come on when I do, have the free time to do it. Now, with that being said, we're gonna bring up this first video over here, and as usual, I am gonna give my opinion about this because this woman over here, she's been getting backlash about this particular topic, and why she used rock and that, and the way she was talking about all the men in her family protect her and all of this. And you know what? It's just tiring. So I'm just gonna bring up this video and I am gonna give you guys my opinion on this. So let's go.
Obvious. No man should put his hands on.
Let me start it from the beginning.
In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection.
So I'm just gonna cut her off there. Sometimes you literally just say no woman should be, you know, touched, all of that, the violence, and then go around and say sometimes. What do you mean by sometimes? Sometimes what?
Comes with a level of control.
Oh, so protection
We
comes with
desire
it.
protection.
So sometimes, you gotta follow the leader. That's what she wants to say. And she's been getting a lot of backlash because of what she said. Because this is the thing, when it happens in the reverse, a lot of people would say, everybody stand up, let's all stand together and fight together and fight for justice. But in this particular topic, you're saying sometimes. Why is it gotta be sometimes when it comes to the women?
But sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguard.
Oh, so you need to be controlled to get protection. You need to be controlled because she was making this video regarding the, bricks lady. So you need to be controlled to expect protection. Does that apply to the men too? Because it doesn't seem like it applies.
Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector,
I don't understand what instruction she's trying to give. So is there a nuclear or instruction out there? Is there a public instruction out there on how women should behave to be protected? Is there a particular instruction billboard like everybody need to behave this way or every woman need to behave this way if you expect protection? Does that apply the other way around? Because this is the kind of silly mind that when somebody like this comes out and start spewing what they don't really understand, I'm like, what are you talking about? There are even men in some families that wouldn't even protect you. In many families that would not protect their women in their own families. So I don't understand. Where is this protection coming from? Where is this you know, advertisement of, oh, you gotta do this? I don't understand.
It puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life.
You know what? I'm gonna at the end. I'm gonna literally play it through from the start to the end so that you guys can listen to it after I've given my opinion, because I want you guys to actually listen to everything she's saying. Everything.
I have four brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction.
But not everyone out here have that kind of family. This is the thing. She's not understanding. Not everybody out here have a family that can protect them the way she is actually insinuating. Not everyone is out here protecting. You get me? There are some women out that are out here alone. They got no protection. And then you're talking about they have to listen to the man or your father and your dad. I mean, your dad and your brothers. I do not understand where this is going. And this is exactly why she's getting the backlash, by the way.
They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks.
Ooh, now this part was the part that she got a lot of women really angry at her. So who is the diamond, who is the rock, and who is the debt? Who is the debt? Okay.
Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system, there's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well being, his future, and his life.
So the women on the road is the dirt and the rocks. They're the dirt and the rocks. That's what she's insinuating. So let me say this. If a woman is coming back from work and try, like, is it last 2 years? I can't remember when I talked about this particular topic of the woman trying to go buy herself some wine, if you guys remember. And she got offered, like, there was a guy that said, let me pay the wine for you. And she said, no, I don't want it. I don't want you to buy the wine for me. I buy it with my own money. I don't want you to do it. And then at last she got attacked. So how are we going to classify a woman like that? That is just minding her business. Because she's on the street, she's in a shop, so she's the dead and the rock. Is that what we're trying to insinuate now? So you never leave your house? Okay.
On someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice. It comes with a little bit of control. And me
Okay, what is the sacrifice really? You don't go out at night, you don't do anything at all, like you don't go to a shop to buy something, you don't go to Walmart, you don't do anything, you just sit at home? Because I do not understand what she's trying to insinuate. You don't be here, don't go out, don't do this, follow the leadership, follow this. I'm not understanding where she's going with this.
personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it.
Why should anyone give up control? Why? You're still not gonna get protected out there? There are women on TikTok literally making videos about somebody stalking them or something. You still not. And in majority, if we really want to talk about this protection stuff, it's been found in studies that women are more capable of protecting other women than men, and a lot of men could just be bystanders. Bystanders. So what are you talking about? You have to lose what control she needs to lose.
to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna play this video from the start so that you guys can hear this garbage, because I call it garbage, that I just listened to. And she's getting backlash. And she's like, people are out there telling her, oh, so where's your brother to protect you, your family? I don't think she understands it. She's like, oh, so she's trying to blame, because it's not only the brick lady right now. She's trying to blame everyone, every woman that has been attacked outside. Like, you shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have gone outside because you are the dirt and the rock. Because the women that stay inside are the diamonds and the rubies. They are protected from they are in the glass cases. What are you talking about? And this is the thing. A lot of people I've been seeing a lot of mammies lately on TikTok talking about, oh, they're gonna use this briefcase against some certain men. We know them, and say that they are violence. But this is the thing. You're talking about they're gonna use it. Are they not showing out here that they are violent? Like, hold on a second. I went through a comment section today on TikTok and I saw this man talking about brick. Literally every video they were talking about the brick. Bring the brick. Where's the guy with the brick? Where's this? And you try to educate them about how the situation is not going to benefit them, and they don't care. And the mammies are out there and the pygmies are out there, you know trying to tell them, hey, what you're doing is wrong. They're going to use this against you, because a lot of women are waking up from this incident. A lot of women are seeing this and seeing you jubilate and talk about the brick topic, and literally making comments in many posts on TikTok. Like, if you go to a post, you see this man writing about, oh, where's the brick guy? Where can I find the brick guy? Where's the bricks? Where's this? And all of that. And these are the people that the pygmies are out here, and the mammies are trying to tell, oh, don't talk about this. You are ignoring us right now, because they don't care. They don't care. And these are people that have kids, by the way. They have daughters, they have mothers. So do you think if they have mothers, they have women in their families, they have daughters, that they care? Even if you preach this word and you think they're gonna literally turn away and be like, oh my God, oh, we did wrong, so we're gonna apologize. These people don't look like they want to apologize. These people don't look like they want to reconcile. These people are literally making it blatantly known to the world that, hey, we don't care if you attack this certain kind of women. If you attack black women, that's on you. Well, I'm not stepping in for that. My life don't have to go for that. I'm not gonna put myself in hand. Oh my God, this and that. All kind of excuse. And then we got this one over here talking about rubies, diamonds, dirt, and rocks on the road. That is why she's getting backlash. Now we're gonna move on to Tyrese over here, that was crying about, oh my God, she was a simple woman with his ex-wife. Oh, she wore a $20 dress and she didn't want anything. Because this woman over here right now, with the second video or the third video that she made talking about, when I have sons, I'm gonna teach them. See, let me tell you something. When society have a hand in it, it doesn't matter what you teach them. They're going to be influenced by the outside world. They're going to be influenced by what other men are doing outside, what other men are teaching them. It doesn't matter. You can try, of course, but what? other men outside, what they look at is gonna influence them. And you actually categorizing black women from rubies, diamonds, dirt, and rocks is disrespectful. You're trying to find a silver lining to make yourself look better, and this is the thing: a lot of people are not buying it, and that's why you're getting the backlash. Now let's go to Tyrese' topic over here.
Your biggest takeaway? Because I can't wait to tell you mine.
This was a woman that was very
Let me start this from the beginning.
Now, I want you to watch this quick interview with Tyrese, and I want you to tell me what was your biggest takeaway, because I can't wait to tell you mine.
this was a woman that was very simple, who I met in a $12 sundress and prided herself on being simple. And I don't care about money, stars, celebrities. I don't need to live and be around. This is not, I'm a simple girl. Now you want $20,000 a month for a 1-year-old?
Okay. I think one thing Tyrese is forgetting is that they both have a kid now. So it's not just about her anymore. It's not just about her anymore. It's about the lifestyle of the kid. You both now have a kid. So whatever she's asking for right now is mostly she's asking for the time that she spent and how much she sacrificed to take care of your kid. He is not taking that. He's thinking, oh my God, I met her on a $20 dress. She didn't care about nothing. She didn't care about my wealth. She didn't care about this. Let me continue this video.
Now you've hired 3 law firms. My prenuptial agreement was so detailed and so extensive. My lawyer whispered, she had her own lawyer to negotiate on her behalf. My lawyer, Tanya Mitchell Graham, said to me, I can't believe you got her to sign this. And I said, well, the reason I got her to sign it is because she said to me specifically, this ain't mine. That's your publishing. Those your cars. It's your house. And if we ever separated because I didn't get in this for any of that, I will sign every piece of paperwork that reflects that I don't want none of that.
So you want her to, after having the kid, you see this? That's the mentality. After she had a kid, you want her to ask for nothing. Are some people real serious out here, like for real? After this time that she invested in you and you going and having your career and doing all of that, you expected her to have nothing. And this is the thing. That's why I say to ladies, if he's bringing up a prenup, please go get you a lawyer that your lawyer can see to it that at least you get something out of that prenup. And that's why I not when a man comes or when a man comes around and talk about prenup, I want a prenup. I always tell the ladies, get a lawyer so that the prenup you can both sign and agree on something. And now he's out here complaining about that she wants more of this and more of that, and she wants 20K per month for the kid. You're making more than that. What do you expect her to want? You don't want her to have a good life for your kid, or what is it? What are you whining about?
Now, I'm sure when he did this interview, what he probably thought he was driving home was the fact that these women took advantage of him, that they only wanted him for his money. But lucky enough, he's a smart man with an ironclad prenup, and they got nothing. They tried to use him, and he pulled that Uno reverse on them. The thing about it is, all I really heard was, all it takes to get you is a $12 sundress. All you cared about is booty, brains, and beauty, and you're not looking for a woman with any depth, and that's why they continue to use you. Every single couple of months, every couple of years, every relationship, Tyrese jumps on the internet and says the same thing. She tried to use me for my money. Sir, when are you going to realize that the call is coming from inside the house? That there must be something about you. You must be leading with money. You must be not vetting these women properly, because how does every single woman know exactly what it takes to get you? And the blueprint, the starter kit, to play Tyrese is a $12 sundress. Because every single woman you get used by. You brag about how smart you are with this prenup, but yet these random women in $12 dresses keep lighting you up every time. Seriously though, Tyrese, I need you to get offline and on somebody's therapy couch because this keeps happening to you, and the common denominator in all of these relationships is you.
Yeah, he thought the $12 sundress, she's not gonna want anything. But you gotta be pretty though. Now we're gonna move on to this particular topic over here of this guy thinking he can tell, black women what kind of non-black men that they can date and what black flag or red flag you should look out for. And I'm like, you the one giving advice? Why do you think this is your territory to give advice in the first place? So let's bring up the video. So he came out here talking about this is what you got to look out for if you're dating a non-black guy, if you're dating a man without color, if you're dating this. And then he came up with this crazy, goodness God, advice. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down because I'm gonna sit down and listen to this nonsense that he's got spewing because it is crazy.
To make sure that it's safe for you.
Let me bring it back and see.
Things that you want to see from a non-black man to make sure that it's safe for you to date.
You're not a non-black man, and I don't understand why you're giving advice on this particular topic if you're not one yourself. Are you dating one? How do you know? Okay, let's continue.
Absolutely not. So I know this creator probably means well, but I disagreed with almost everything he said. And as a black woman who has dated mostly non-black men and very successfully at that, I wanted to just share my thoughts.
Number one, you want to make sure that in his past relationships, he's dated a variety of different women.
Now, why should black women expect that? Or he should date a variety of women. I mean, if a man comes around and be like, I don't like the women from my culture or from my ethnicity, that's a red flag. But this particular topic over here, like, oh, he should go around dating everybody before you date him, is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. So he should have gone out and womanized first before he comes back and date you. Like, what is he talking about? Hello, Sun and Sunflower. Hi, girl. What is he talking about? You are not a non-black man and you are out here trying to give women advice and telling them, oh, he should have dated the whole world first before he dated you. So you should be his last option. Is that what we're trying to tell women to look out for now? Oh, if you want to go out there and date a non-black man, you have to. You get me? You have to literally make sure he's dated the whole world first and you are the last buster. How does this make sense? Does every other woman in the whole of other ethnicity have to go through this? Because they don't. So you're trying to tell some specific women, special women, black women in general, that, oh, he has to first of all womanize, go out there and date everybody, and you gotta be his last buster. How is that healthy? Now I'm gonna let the person that actually stitched this video talk because she made a lot of sense, and as usual I'm gonna be giving my commentary as we go.
But that he prefers black women, but
I could not disagree more. So he said you want to make sure he prefers black women but does not exclusively date black women. I personally think if anyone says that they prefer black women or Asian women or Latina women or anything that is not their own race, that is a huge, huge red flag. Conversely, I know plenty of successful, happily married couples where she's the first black woman he ever dated. I think when it comes to the relationship, you should look less at the variety of his exes and the color of his exes and more about the treatment you're receiving in relationship to the exes.
And one more thing I want to add in this particular topic is, why do you have to look at the color? Why can't it be how he treats other women before? Why can't it be, oh, did he treat this person fine? Is it what? How did that relationship end? Can I learn from that so that I don't become that, more or less? Instead, we're talking about, oh, he's gotta have to date the whole world first before he comes to date you. Like, make that make sense. And why do people always want to put color in a topic when it comes to relationship? Why? Why do you want to put color in it? Why? Especially when regarding to black women, by the way. Why do you always want to put color in it? Oh, do you have the same? I'm just gonna ask. Does he have the same advice in reverse? To the men. Does it go to the men and be like, oh, she gotta date everybody before she dates you? No, he doesn't. Because he's seen that this is where the market is. I'm going to say this again. Some people are peeping that this is where the market is, especially on social media. And they know that a lot of black women do not date, outside of their ethnicity. So they're trying to fish, they're trying to eat off this place, even when they have no clue and they are not women themselves. They have no experience. They have no, they have not gone through nothing at all. They think, oh, in their perspective, they're about to tell you who to date. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what to look out for. You are not in those women's shoes. You should not be talking about these topics. You should not be involved in this topic. You do not wear their shoes. You are not in their shoes. Oh, you should do this and that. Why? Why are you involved in this topic? Shouldn't you be giving the men the advice when it comes to this topic? Oh, he's got to date the whole world first before he comes and find his final bus stop. What are you talking about?
And I think George Lucas and Jared Smith are excellent examples of this. So George Lucas, married Melody Hobson a few years back, billionaire guy, inventor of Star Wars, all that sort of good thing. Met this investment banker who helped to manage his money, and he married her. But before he married her, his exes are white blonde women. I have never even heard of him dating a black woman seriously, and if she had made that her standard, she would have missed out on a great marriage and relationship. What's more important is that the treatment is equitable. He was treating her as well as or better than he had been his ex-wife. So it's like, okay, I see you're taking me seriously. I see you're taking me out. They were seen on the red carpet a decent amount of time, not forever because they weren't engaged long, but he was taking her out to all of his events. He was proud to be with her. He let his boss know he was dating, or her boss rather, know that he was dating her. That's the kind of treatment you want to see. So are you being treated on par with his past ladies? George had a gang of children with his ex-wives. So, okay, Melody wanted a baby. They had one by surrogate because obviously natural childbirth was not going to be a thing with the two of them. Same thing with Jared Smith, Qualtrics billionaire who just married economist Dr. Dambazia.
Like I said before, this is the market now. You see where this is going? He's peeped the market and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to come over here and tell you what to look out for. Like, sir, please, mind your business. Mind your business. Face your business. This is not your topic. This is not something you should be getting involved with. Oh, you should make sure it's for everybody. Yes, Sun and Sunflower, it's for everybody, and you got to be the last bus stop. You got to be the one after he's gone around the world. You got to be the one that he comes at the end of the day to stay with because he's got no options or what. I don't understand. And that is exactly why I don't understand why he brought color into it. I'm like, hey, if you're going to go out there, if he doesn't treat you right, it's not it. Because there are some men out there that are not from that particular ethnicity that would not treat you good either. So let's not lie. But it doesn't always show. It doesn't always show. But he thinks all of a sudden he's the expert now. He knows what they want, although he himself is not one of them. But he knows he's the expert.
Moyo. His ex-wife is a white blonde Mormon, and they had 5 white blonde Mormon children. I don't think he's ever dated a black woman seriously or unseriously before this, but he saw this woman, he said, that's my wife. And what was Dr. Moyle probably looking for? Making sure she was being treated equitably or better than the ex-wife. And definitely he was. He was definitely promoting her, out in public with her, proud of their relationship, treating her extremely well, flying around the world to see her, engaging in her hobbies. She's a marathon runner, and he was supporting her in that, supporting all of her books. You know, she wrote Dead Aid as well as many other economic treatises, and he has been supporting her and all of her work on the BBC, CNN, etc. with all of his might. It doesn't matter who he dated before you. It matters how he's treating you in comparison to them. I have more examples, but let's move on to the next black flag.
Number 2, you want to make sure that he's engaging in black culture. So you
Red flag. That's a red flag. Let me say this again. That's a red flag. What do you mean by culture? You mean rap? You mean the way the men are out here behaving? Some men out here cheating? The bricks situation? What kind of culture is he talking about? That sounds like a red flag to me. Wait, do the men have to also make sure that the women out there are also involving in this particular culture over here? Because this sounds like hypocrisy. Are you trying to recruit some people to come fight for you? Because it's sounding like, women, if you want to go out there and date somebody that doesn't look like me, make sure that they are recruitment for us, and they gotta stand by us, and they gotta, when it comes to the protest time, they're gonna have to march with you to fight for us. And when we talk about us, we mean the men mostly, not the women.
saw in this video, he's holding her hair, but for men that you want to partner with, you want to see does he watch black shows? Does he actually engage and participate?
Okay, sorry, but that's a red flag for me. I wouldn't date that guy. If I was single, no. If he involved himself with any of that, no. He can have an understanding of how history was. He can understand things without watching the black shows, without talking about the culture and all of that. Nah. Basic humanity, basic empathy, basic understanding is enough. Not to treat somebody bad, not to cut somebody out, not to actually abuse somebody. All of that is okay. But this over here, oh, he's gotta be, it sounds like he's trying to recruit, he's trying to tell the women right now, you know what, if you want to go out there, yeah, make sure that he will match for us, the men out here, because at the end of the day, they are not planning on matching for the women. They're not. But they want some more, they want some patriots. They want Wisari out here matching for them. And all of a sudden, we're talking about, if you want to go out there and date a man that is this and that, you're going to make sure that it's a part of the culture. He knows all of this so that he can match for me at the end of the day. No, ladies, do not buy into this. This is absolutely nonsense. He's not one himself. I don't understand why he's giving this advice.
And some of the things that you're doing with your hair, taking weave out, right? Helping you wash it, whatever it may be.
There really cannot be worse advice when it.
What are we talking about? Weave out? Like, he's got to understand that you got to take weave out, because in their culture, women don't wear weave or what? Women don't wear extensions or what? What are we talking about? Some people act as if weave is mostly for just, black women only, because everybody make it popular. Oh, only black women. A lot of women wear weave all across the world, all around the world. Every woman, maybe not all, but every woman wears extensions. So why is it gonna be, oh my God, you took out your weave, you remove your braids? That doesn't make sense. That sounds like it would be a problem for you. It would be a problem for the men from your community, because all the other men out here, they are not scared about weaves. They are not scared about, because they know even their own women out here are wearing extensions and weave and wigs. They're wearing wigs too. It's not a, oh my God, a surprise. Oh, she was wearing a wig. There are women out all over the world that wear wigs and extensions. Always got to take your braid out. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Expert. Please continue.
Comes to dating. I'm going to have to break that one into two pieces. So this idea of engaging in Black culture, let's not hold white men or non-Black men to standards we don't hold Black men to. That's a quick path to disaster. Black culture is a lot more than TV shows and music. If I were going to...
And weaves. Because it seems like in this particular part, they care more about your weaves. All across the world, women wear weaves. Extensions, how you want to call it. Wigs, yes. Lace wig, call it. All over the world. That's why that business is booming. That's why that business is $1 trillion, company. That's why it's been popular for centuries. This is not for, it's popular for centuries. Oh, make sure you look about, you take your waves out. Are you serious? Okay.
Enforce this standard, which I would not. I would say make sure he's reading works by Black women. Has he read some Toni Morrison or Audre Lorde? That's something.
I'm gonna say not all Black women, because some people out here are pygmies, and the books say I'm not gonna do it better. I would not suggest book unless it's a good book. If it's about how you can fight for, some people out here, how you can turn yourself, unless it's for your wife or for the women from her own community. When you see a woman from her community, needing help, because that is what happens in my own house. If a woman from my community or women that look like me, he knows to step in. He knows exactly that, hey, this woman might not have somebody to protect her, and he knows to step in directly. And the best thing I love over here where I live is anyone can step in, and they don't look to color. They don't look to color where I live. In Germany, they don't look to color. If you're getting attacked, somebody's going to definitely step in. People are going to call the cops. They're going to definitely step in. It's very hard to see nobody steps in. And they really don't look at the color. And about the book thing, I would be very, very careful about the book thing. I'm not about to bring some pick me book and be like, oh my God, listen to this book, read this book so that you can go over there and be a soldier for them. I really don't care about that. You can be a soldier for women that look like me. I care about that. But going out there, nah, we are not doing general topic over here. We're doing me and the women that look like me first. Because first of all, I don't see Becky and the other ones, when something happened to a Black woman, out there trying to match and do that. Or the men out there telling all of them, oh my God, the women from my community, this and that, and they all matching all of a sudden. No. And the women that are out here that are supporting, Black women mostly, they mostly do it on their own. They don't need to be indoctrinated into this.
I would be concerned about. But as suburban, Black people have been having their moment here on TikTok recently, and I'm definitely one. Do you hold yourself to that standard? Do you hold Black men you date to that standard? Would you not date a Black man because he didn't grow up watching Martin, or because he never saw Friday? Both things that are true about me, by the way. No, you wouldn't. And you hate when someone says, oh, you're not black enough because you don't know these things, don't engage in those things, you don't know how to play spades. That's not true about me. I'm a spades queen. But if somebody said that to you, you'd be offended and you would say there's a lot more to blackness than stereotypical stuff like that, right? So why are you going to enforce that standard on a non black man? What is more important is that you all have interests in common and they don't have to be quote unquote black interest. If you all bonded over Regency fiction, if he loves Jane Austen, or if you all love comics, if you play Dungeons and Dragons, whatever it is, you should be looking for commonality of interest, of background, of standards, of family than, interests that are culturally whatever aligned. And honestly, people are going to be mad about this, but this is why a lot of black women don't have successful dating out relationships and why a lot of black men do.
Yeah, because they want to make sure they indoctrinate somebody in here. They want to make sure that they put the whole community in the head of that person that is, from another ethnicity. They want to make sure that, oh my God, if something happened to, someone from our community, especially a man, you get a match. That's why it's less, because nobody want to listen to that. They care about you, and they care about, women that look like you. They don't want to be carrying another man's burden that they don't know, because some of these women will be carrying a burden of a man that they don't even know. Oh, something happened to this guy. I don't know him, but we gotta go out there and match. And then here comes that woman trying to drag this man from another ethnicity into that whole topic and be like, we have to see. The thing is, we have to all try to protect each other as human beings. We should have empathy and sympathy, and we should also feel the need to, protect each other as human beings. And that should not even involve color. That should not involve ethnicity. That should not involve color. Only humanity and empathy. But it sounds like he's trying to recruit people.
In terms of being able to just get a date, black men don't do this. Black men do not enforce that standard. They don't ask, the white women, oh, do you know this rap song? And they don't test her and, are you black enough? Like, they just date who they like. Just date who you like and don't make it into a whole thing. I feel like a lot of black women begin to enforce these standards to exclude white men or non-black men rather than, helping them to find who's compatible. Like this whole thing he just said, oh, is he engaging with your hair? Do black men engage with your doggone hair? Sickening, honestly. I've had more nasty things said about my natural hair by black men than any other men. And we all know it's true because black men don't know anything about natural hair. The vast majority of them, like this man right here in this video, keep their hair cut down very low. They don't know how to deal with natural hair, and that's why they always have something to say about black women wearing their hair natural. Oh,
and that's why they always have got something to say about weaves. Oh, maybe if you take off your weave, he will be scared. Why would he be scared? Am I the first woman he's seen with weaves? Because I can tell you the truth, I am definitely not. He's definitely seen a lot more women with weaves, with extensions, with wigs. He's seen all of that. And I don't understand the problem with the hair. And the thing is, it's not the man that he's talking about. He's projecting at this point. It's projection. Talk about you got a problem with the weave. You got a problem with the wigs. And you got a problem with extensions and all of that. Because the people I know out here, they don't have a problem with none of that. They've seen it. Like, people be talking about wigs like it was invented yesterday. It's been around for a long time. Do you remember the time wigs were so big that rats were living in it? Lice and all of that? And you're talking about wigs and weaves. Be for real now. Be really for real.
You can't run your fingers through it, blah, blah. They are worse than ignorant. They are aggressive towards natural hair. So why are you going to say, oh, I can't be with a white man unless he helps me wash my hair? Does the black man do that? No. The standard I would say is important would be someone who's willing to learn as necessary, not as required, as necessary. Do you need a man to know anything about your hair? I personally don't. The only thing a man needs to do is pay, honestly. But if you wanted him because one day you were going to have children to know the basics about black hair, that's fine. But dating is dating, guys. Do you know dating's supposed to be fun? It's not supposed to be like this goulash.
Now it sounds like dating you, so you're supposed to be the supervisor in a construction company, in the hardware shop, or the road construction, trying to make sure that the workers are working well. You're supposed to be the supervisor, making sure the weaves and the hair is washed, but it's not putting that same standard for the men that look like him. But all of a sudden, we got double standards now. Make sure he washed this. Make sure he's part of this culture. Make sure he does this. Does that also apply to you and the men that look like you? Are you okay? No, we should be at this point. He's trying to tell you to take a list and start ticking what he's doing and what he's not. So if he doesn't wash your hair, oh my God, that's all of a sudden a red flag. He didn't wash my hair. All of a sudden, yeah, he's not the right man for me. What does that mean?
Of question and answer, and do you know this, and do you know that, and do you know about co-washing, and what's a kitchen? Don't make yourself out to be an alien. You're just a human woman. I'm sure Jewish women with thick curly hair don't go around saying, well, I can't date a goyish man because he doesn't know about my hair. Don't other yourself. You're just a woman. You're a beautiful woman. He wants to date a beautiful woman. Go enjoy dating. The last two things I somewhat agreed with, but again with caveats. So the last two things he said were that the guy should be protecting you and your relationship when you go out into the world, and that he should let you take the lead on any racial discussions. I don't disagree with those in theory. I will just say again, look at what happened this week. A black man hit a black woman in the face with a brick, and what did black men have to say about it? Were they protectors? No. Were they taking the lead on the racial discussion in some positive way? Hell no. So while yes, he should absolutely be a protector and he should be, following your lead when it comes to things, I first of all think we shouldn't think that we have the market cornered when it comes to racial discussion, because I've dated white guys and they had some things to say that I thought were actually very interesting and insightful I never would have thought of.
Okay, first of all, I've never dated anybody from out of my ethnicity that had topics to talk about, because I feel like this is the US thing where when you want to date somebody from another ethnicity, you got to talk about your skin tone. And maybe luckily for me, I've never dated anyone from the US. I've never dated anyone in general from the US because I've never had topics like this. And I've dated, the time I was dating, I've dated people from China, a guy from China, I've dated Asian men, I've dated, European men, but I've never had this kind of topic. I've dated Asian, Chinese, Korean, you know, that to the whole of Europe over here. I've dated men from England, Italy, that, and that to find the right person for me before I settle down. And I have never in my life heard about these rules. And I've never in my life got a topic where we start talking about this particular topic. He's got to be a part of this. He is from another culture. He has different music from what I have. He enjoys different music. He could enjoy, what do they call it? K-pop, or he could enjoy rock music. He could enjoy whatever music that is out there. He doesn't have to literally turn himself to becoming a mini me. And I've never, let me say it again, never heard of this kind of discussion. And people that talk about things like this, I really don't trust them. I don't trust them, and I don't trust your advice. And I'm happy that you are in the US, because, Lord, if I would take this video back home, they'd be looking at you sideways, because many women back home in the continent of Africa do date a lot out. we date a lot out, especially when it comes to Europeans. We do date a lot out, and Asians and Europeans, we date a lot out, and not they'll be looking at you sideways. And I know this is a new market in the U.S. where women are starting to explore, but this is not it. This is absolutely not it. This is absolute garbage away. The advice: just be yourself, ladies. Be yourself.
Yes, you are the expert by virtue of your lived experience. He should not be talking over you or trying to correct you on things. But if he has a different perspective, give a little grace and listen to it, and don't automatically dismiss it as wrong or racist because it's got the word black in it. The other thing I would say would be when it comes to this whole protector thing, again, this is an area I agree with the guy on. Yes, the guy should be a protector, especially when it comes to his family, his friends. If they have anything negative to say, he should be the one, defending you, protecting you. But I know a lot of black women whose black partners, families talk to them like they are not children of God. They call them everything but their name, and black women don't say tickety boo. I see black women on this app all day long talking about their mother-in-law or the baby daddy's mom and how she's so nasty and calls you a whore and this, that, and the third, and that's never stopped you from dating a black man. I'm not saying to date a white man whose family is like that, but again, are you creating obstacles that you would not create, that you would overlook for a black man, or are you, genuinely trying to have a catharsis? That's my question to you. You should only date men in general of every color who treat you well and whose families are in check because of them. Yeah, that's it. Like and follow for more.
And that is exactly what I was saying. You do not have to look at color. If he treats you well, that's okay. If he can protect you, and what I mean by protection, make sure that he stands up for you. That's good. But him trying to talk about he's gonna be part of this culture, he's gonna watch this TV show, it's not like a recruitment campaign. Why are you talking about? I don't understand why this man was talking about all of these rules and that he's got to do this. It sounds like he's trying to recruit people. For what are you trying to recruit them for? Why are you laying all these laws when you are not the man that you're talking about? You don't look like the man you're talking about. You don't look like the man you're trying to give advice to the women for. You don't know this man. And even if they are your colleagues or some people personal, that does not mean that you know everybody. And this is why I say maybe this is a new market in the US, but this is something that have been going on for centuries all over the world. Europeans, Arabs, Asians, especially with Europeans and Arabs, with the African continent. This is something that we've had for centuries. And I feel like in the United States, because of the divide, this is just the beginning. And because, a lot of people like to stick with their own people that look like them, this is the beginning. And a lot of people are trying to wander out, and especially black women in the US. They're trying to find, a partner. All of a sudden, somebody out here trying to bring up rules that he does not know nothing about, and he knows not. He doesn't look like those men. He has no kind of relationship or experience with those men that he's talking about, and all of a sudden he's out here trying to tell you to be the supervisor. Take your book and start ticking and trying to find out if he does this, if he's not a part of this culture. All of a sudden you're gonna tick X or you tick right. Now, okay, I'm gonna say this. I hope you guys love this video. Please do not forget to press that like button, and if you want me to make a specific date on when I should be making a video, because normally I just do it when I have time. You guys know that. I do it when I got time. I'm not getting paid from YouTube. I'm not getting nothing. So I mostly do it when I have time. When I have time, you're definitely gonna see me up in here. And I am definitely gonna be giving you guys my opinion on this. And I'm gonna say once more, thank you all for being here. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.